T-minus 20 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
To Live from the Cheap Seats. I am your host, Andrew Faubert, here to talk to you today about a lovely week off that we get after the loss that we had to the Aints, to the many DMs I have saying it's your fault. Should have left the sports odds alone. Well, we'll get into that there a little bit because, I'm not necessarily a non-believer in it, but I'm also not necessarily, let's say, a believer. It was a rough game. Your Buccaneers have lost. I wouldn't say a close one, but it was a close one, depending on how you look at the scoreboard. 36-27 to our division rivals. Yes, the New Orleans Saints. And a lot of people are not happy, except for a lot of people who are celebrating down in New Orleans right now. Congratulations. You got one step closer to making it to the playoffs with broken parts. Congratulations, New Orleans Saint fans. So remember to like, hit, share, all that kind of fun stuff here on Live from the Bucs Report. I literally just got home from Halloween. My food's going to be here in a bit, so it's going to be great when I can get a few people into here. They can talk basically for me when we get into the whole debate, because I know a lot of people want to talk about the one big thing, Jameis Winston. Well, he didn't really play because the guy kind of got injured, did he not? What is being reported right now from Ian Rappaport, Jameis Winston with an apparent ACL injury, as well as a potential damage to the MCL, a frustrating win for the New Orleans Saints. Nonetheless, very much true. I didn't want him to win this way. No Saint fan deserves this, honestly. You deserve a loss. You deserve to be spanked, but not at the, not giving up your quarterback. That's a little ridiculous. So I've also made it known to a lot of people, especially on Twitter, because there's a lot of people on both sides that need to be told. If you wish injury to Jameis Winston, get the hell off of my show. Get the hell off my Twitter. Get the hell off of everything. You are not a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan if you are wishing injury to anyone, except for maybe, people who actually do criminal things in the NFL, who have never been tried for it. Maybe go give them an ass whooping. But for Jameis Winston to go down when the game was still tied at 7, that was a heartbreaking loss for them, because I wanted this game to go down to the wire, which it was starting to look like, to be honest with you. And I wanted it to be something that the Saints fans and us had to look forward to see what Jameis Winston was actually going to be, to see what the Saints team was going to be. And they showed up. That they did. Their defense showed up. Their offense showed up. And their offense, I've been one of the main components of saying here on Bucs Report that their offense is spare parts. Obviously, I was wrong. Not too many free spare parts there, eh? Got a lot on that offense, surprisingly. They don't necessarily need Alvin Kamara. They got like 4 to 5 other running backs. They got 6 or 7 wide receivers deep if they really want to go that way. We're banged up in the secondary. Sherman wasn't really out there. Our offense is banged up as well. Antonio Brown is out. Gronk is out. A couple of all-stars. But we're not making excuses. Because we didn't make these excuses when we won last week. We didn't make these excuses when we won the week before. We weren't even making these excuses really when we lost to the Rams. We kind of knew that game was going to be one hell of a game. No. We're not making excuses here. This happens. This is football. Today, the Jets beat the Bengals. Last week, the Bengals beat the Ravens. Circle of life goes on. The map that they're going to show this year of this team beat this team, which beat this team, which beat this team, which beat this team, which means technically the Jacksonville Jaguars are the best team in the league. No! And we're not going to get to that. Just because the Buccaneers lost 36-27 does not mean you have anything to worry about. They tried to get Gronk out there. Why? We're playing the Saints. We're playing our rival. If they beat us twice this year, you know what that means? We're going to have to go in 5th and go on the road again. I don't want to do that. I don't think the Buccaneers necessarily want to do that either. But they'll take the road that is given to them. But we can also pave our own road. This was a hard one. Me as the big Buccaneers fan, and a lot of people are going to be dropping into the comments. I haven't even opened the comment section yet. I'm literally still letting everything just kind of load. I'm making sure everything is all in order. Here's the thing. We lost. But there's nothing really to worry about. There's nothing really to get in a hype about. No. Why would there be? Why? We are 6-2 going into the bye. Last year, when we came out of the bye, took a quick little turnaround against the Atlanta Falcons, and all of a sudden we were unbeatable. We are going to get healthier. We are going to get better. It happens. Regular season games, they don't matter. But when you beat the teams that you need to beat, that's what matters. And yes, this was a team that we needed to beat. I'm not going to lie. Hell, did we ever need to beat this team? But oh my goodness gracious, to the people in my DMs. And it's not just one. I know one person's probably thinking it's just him because, I've had 7 just on Facebook alone, 2 on Twitter. Couple on Instagram. And I find it funny. People got receipts on me. You know what that means? I'm in their newsfeed. They're searching me up. They're watching the shows. They're either fans or not. It happens. But also, guess what? Holding receipts for a reason. Because we're good. This team is damn good. And we got banged up. And we got shown our weakness. Let's get into a couple of key things. We had 11 penalties this game. Not good. Not good. This looked like back in the day when we were hoping that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would be close enough in the game when we gave 10 penalties. And we're, hey, we can still win. We got this. Do we though? This team has injuries, and this team came out to play again Halloween. We didn't get the job done. It happens. We got to bye. We're going to rest up. Everything's going to be fine. There's no need to get in a worry. The one thing that you do need to worry about right now, though, is Jameis Winston. Now let me get into this. Rules state that you shouldn't grab, or you cannot grab the nameplate and blah, blah, blah. There's always this gray area that we talk about. The Saints, they got robbed of a playoff game a couple years ago against the Rams there. I even admit that. Just because I hate them doesn't mean I'm not going to tell them when they're right. Sometimes things get missed. We had a lot of penalties in this game because there's a lot of stuff that was getting missed on us. I had people left, right, and center showing me pictures, sending me pictures all the way through. Like, oh, look at it. They're holding here. But they blocked it. They did this here. I get it. I see it. Everybody does. I know. I got you. And the fact of the matter is, when you're playing in New Orleans, you're playing in that noise. That's going to be the kind of stuff that affects you. I don't think that was a horse collar. I know some people do. I'm not here to agree or disagree because the flag was thrown. I don't think it was. What I think, because I've had a lot of people come in, the Buccaneers intentionally went after Winston. They wanted him out for this game. They hate our Saints, man. Are you serious? Did you not watch the beginning of that game? Jameis Winston actually was doing a very damn good job scrambling out of the pocket. The thing where I've made fun of him on this show, going, guess what? That actually got him out of the pocket a few times. And we couldn't get him down. So it's almost as if Todd Bowles and a couple of other coaches said, when you get a hand on him, do not let go. Doesn't matter if it's Jameis Winston, Alvin Kamara, one of the wide receivers. You get a hand on him, you bring him down. And that's what Devin White did. From then on, the referees, yes, we can say had it out for him. But we got to play better than that. Levante David tried to get everyone into a huddle, tried to get all their heads settled. Tom Brady did a hell of a good job, and we would have won that game if it wasn't for our composure. We're playing against our rival. Winston has all the fans up in a craze. We're in their Little Caesars Superdome. I know it's not Little Caesars. We're in their home. I got that. Doesn't mean that at the end of the day, this team is any worse. This Tampa Bay Buccaneers is still the best team in the league. Probably besides the Cardinals. I don't even think it's close. When the Patriots were playing close, look at the Patriots today. All of a sudden, they beat the Chargers. What? I think they beat the Chargers, right? Am I even saying that right? I hope they beat the Chargers. I'm double checking that now. Yes, I did by 3 points. Look at that. What? So think about this. There's teams that we're not even thinking about that are dominant. Okay? The Saints are a good team. I have to admit it. To all the people who are going to come at me, Andrew, you son of a gun, you lost me money on the Saints. Hey, I'm not having that great of a week. It's actually Rick's week right now, but we're both not doing that great. It's a hard game to lose, I know. But we got some injuries. Got a bye week coming up. People got to rest up. Can't be making excuses. We can't. We got a long schedule ahead of us. Got the Washington football team coming up. Everyone is going to think, oh, they're going to be a pushover. No. This team kept it close with us in the playoffs. It's the same damn quarterback. Same damn quarterback. We start going 6-4, got a bit of an issue. Okay. Prayers are out to Jameis Winston. But the one thing I am going to say to a lot of fans out there who have been coming at me all day, the best stat that you can ever have is availability. And that's the reason why our quarterback is still playing into his 40s. People have to deal with their injuries. Jameis Winston, he's built to be a really good quarterback. But it was just a bad tackle. It's what happens when you run out of the pocket. You take that chance. And he took that chance and he got injured today. And now it's going to just add fuel to the fire to all the Saints and the Buccaneers fandom going on. It happens. It's a football play. Be happy that you got the win. Because unless Winston comes back, I don't think you're going to continue to win this. The fact that we actually lost is this. The boss man here at Bucs Report, and I know a lot of the old guys here don't like when this is said, but believe me, I think it needs to be said. If you have two quarterbacks, you might just actually have one quarterback. And what I mean by that is you might actually get a full game stat lines out of both of those quarterbacks. I know Jameis went down. But we've seen this across the league. Look at the playoff game last year. Look at the Rams last year. You look what's going on this year. Sometimes when you get two quarterbacks running in a system, one where we don't even expect him to come in at all, nobody game plans for it. It's inevitability. Okay? Think about this. Just think about this. The Buccaneers have to get healthy. And the Buccaneers are going to get healthy. We got a little bit embarrassed today. It happens. But it's nothing to cry about. It's nothing to start going on Twitter and going to war with Saints fans and start hitting below the belt or anything like that. No. You could go to my Facebook and see all the people commenting up there. Like, Andrew, you said, you're like, man, whatever. Just, you're an a-hole. You tested the gods, the football gods. Well, yeah, I did. And you know what? I shouldn't have. And I'm not a religious person. And if you are, that's teach their own. And I don't necessarily think there is the sports gods. But up here in Canada, where hockey is very big and very prevalent, and something that happened last year, where when the Buccaneers started to get, the first couple of weeks, it was all like, we got Brady, and it was a little bit like this. You know what I did? I didn't pray to no football gods or anything like that. No. But I didn't tempt them. I didn't tease them. Like the old saying goes, you don't test the gods. All right. So I didn't. I stayed back. I stayed low. And all year, everybody in my workplace, my family, on my daily commute, everything. It's like, your Buccaneers are going to lose this one. You're going to lose to the Washington football team. You're going to lose to the, I'm trying to think who we had in the second. You're going to lose to the Saints. You're definitely going to lose to the Packers. You're absolutely for sure going to lose in the Super Bowl to the Chiefs. I heard it all year, and I just said, you know what? There's probably a good chance. Just like every Sunday. Always a good chance. And hey, we lost. Shit happens. I know a lot of people in Florida and all that. Like, it's hard for me to go to work on Monday. Listen, that's just what the fan base does. That's just what the Saints fan base does. They hold on to every little thing that they possibly can because they can't win in any other sport. Can you tell me how their hockey team is doing? Can you tell me how their baseball team is doing? Can you tell me how, actually, no, seriously. Can you tell me how New Orleans' basketball team is doing? Number one overall pick is pretty big, man. But geez. We need to relax, though. Guys got to settle. Everyone's got to settle down. It's just so much hatred out there tonight. Just trade OJ or trade Rhoda. Trade Brady at this point. You get a package deal. We can get Deshaun Watson for Tom Brady right now. And we can get more. What? I'm not going to lie, for Brady, that'd be actually kind of cool if he just went to the Houston Texans and all of a sudden for the rest of the year, just skim them into the playoffs and brought them to the promised land. That'd be kind of cool. You know what'd be cooler than that? Doing it on our team. We're not trading anybody. We're depleted. We got 2 weeks coming up here, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means? Everybody gets to go lie down on a beach. Put that injured leg in some nice warm sand. Check the sand first because I know it's probably got some glass and stuff like that. Just check it first. But, you dive into the ocean. Go jet skiing to the Tampa Bay Lightning games. You can just get back. You get to look at the schedule. You get to, take a look at everybody else. You can look at everybody else. You can take a couple weeks. Even the fans. We get to join our Bucs. We get to take a look at the rest of the stuff that's going on. Let's go watch some of the other games that are happening next week. Let's go stay the course. We're not a bad team. If this was a couple of years ago, we'd be all having the big, kerfuffle of we can never beat the Saints and we can never do this and we can never do that. We're not that team anymore. The only reason that we're actually having, I see the comment threads going off. Do you want to know why the comment threads are going off? Do you want to know why the views have been popping off? Not only for live for the Cheap Seats tonight, which if you want to see more content, like North Sports Dynasty, like the Bucs Report, love the heck out of us, and share the crap out of this video. Also like this video. Don't be too shy. Come on. Just want to see I want to see those little things in my top. Which corner? Yeah, right up there. I just want to see them go up. Just hit that like button. That's all I ask for. We're a good team. We're not a bad team. We're not a bad team. You know who are bad teams? Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars. Those are bad teams. Our team is not bad. Our team is just banged up. It happens. But we're not making excuses anymore. That's the thing. I could sit here all night, if I really wanted to, and spew, the Bucs fans, are mad at the referees. We are mad at the injuries. We didn't lose that game. Nope. We didn't lose that game. Doesn't count. We have to play Winston in order for this to count. No. We don't have to do any of that. It happens. It happens. This kind of stuff happens. We got a week off. We got the trade deadline coming up. Hell, if the Buccaneers want to go and acquire somebody, they're gonna. I don't think they will, but they're gonna. Probably. So, it's okay. It happens. Let's just deal with it the way we do as this generation's Buccaneer fans. By relaxing a little bit. Let's not freak out. Let's just enjoy. Now, before I get to some of the people in the back lobby, because I know they want to come in here and talk a little bit. Let's get to the couple of the comments here. Christopher Cole says, sloppy. Man, I agree. I'm happy that, listen, they should have used Tyler Johnson a little bit more, in my opinion. If Antonio Brown was gone and, I just think we should have used him more. Saints fucked us. Hashtagged it too. Yeah. It's going to be a whole week. But then, of course, if we win the Super Bowl, everybody's just going to hide from me again. They're going to be like, oh, God damn it. Be like, oh, where are you? Where'd you go? Nobody wants to talk to me anymore. That's what I thought. David Turnier, thank you for tuning in. Everyone needs to know this team will be fine. Bye week. Now get everyone back after. Saints can have their Super Bowl win. This Bucs team is about to come back firing. I love that comment. Thank you very much. Pound and share that button. Pound and that share. That's what I meant to say. Duh. Jameis is done for the year. So, is he actually done for the year? I haven't been able to see. My phone is almost dead too. So I'll get a couple of the guys in here. They'll probably have a couple of updates for me. But man, if he's out for the year, that actually sucks. And I don't want that at all. You do not want Jameis Winston to be out. I said at the beginning of the season, and to everyone's disagreement, I actually said the Buccaneers, or the New Orleans Saints could probably, I think I said 12-5 or 11-6, I believe is where I had them at. They can still be a good team. We lost to a good team. Okay? So I don't want to see a guy hurt like this too. Some got to stop taking this crap. Exactly. This is a game. The only thing that we take serious and we get off in a off thing about is the Jameis Winston stuff. So, and that is to be understood. So, I just got word. Yeah, he's out for the year and probably out of New Orleans. Contract expired. Yeah. Oh man, we'll talk about that here in a few. That actually sucks. That actually really does suck. I do not like to hear that at all. Thoughts and prayers go out to Jameis Winston. He's probably not going to be the quarterback for the Saints next year. That does suck. Winston should have took a side. He should have, but we've seen it before. So Ben Cornett tuning in tonight. Must be Halloween. It was a sloppy game, pretty mumuch as sloppy as Bruce Arians' underwear after eating Mexican food. From what I've heard from that training staff. Anyway, it was sloppy. Yeah, I don't doubt that, dude. Yep, I was wrong. And see, the best thing is you can come on my show and you will hear me actually say, I am wrong if I am actually wrong. So, David Turnier also says the Saints beat the Bucs twice last year. And, well, we saw what happened when it matters most. The Saints joke. No, I'm not sweating losing to them. I'm not sweating losing to them. I just don't like how they have our winning formula. That's the one team. Like, if it was any other team at this point right now, I think I'd be okay with it for like a year or two, maybe, but just not this team. One thing hasn't changed. Lions lose again. Oh, prayers to Alex Loosemore. Just 9 more games, buddy. Oh, no. Oh, Alex Loosemore, my co-host, if you are out there, I do apologize for that. Oh, man. Just get healthy. I agree. 11 penalties. John Savoy says, I believe that's how you say your last name. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Prayers for Alex Loosemore. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers. Oh, Lions fans. I said it was going to be a bad year. I just didn't know it was going to be this bad. Oh, my goodness. Well, unless the Saints go get Watson or something, their season is done. They will not last all year with Trevor or Taysom. Now, I actually, if Taysom could come in like next week or the week after, I'd be interesting to see what he can actually do because I don't think he's actually that bad. Rob Ewing, our guest from yesterday on the North Sports Dynasty, says, go Broncos, baby, need to be on show more for good luck. Hey, there you go. Yeah, we just talked about your Broncos, and all of a sudden you pull one out. Good job, buddy. That wasn't a horse collar. It wasn't even near the collar. He got the padding on the back of his jersey below the nameplate. Yeah, and like I said, it's a weird gray area just because of the rules. And like I understood it too, but even though I'm looking at that video and I'm like, so what? Like if his pinky slips and touches like a letter and stuff like that, we're gonna call that? Like, come on now. So show the pictures. I got nothing. I got nothing. I'm sorry. When my food gets here, maybe I'll get pictures. But I got none of that today because I was out trick-or-treating and my daughter was just like gone. Like, trick-or-treat. Thank you. I got candy. Well, no. I got candy. Not you. It's my candy. Just the Henry. Kim gave me a bad look and was just like, dear. And I'm like, what? All I said was she never asked to know what O. Henry or Reese's are. That's just, or Sour Patch Kids. Oh, I love Sour Patch Kids. Johnny Dean said, I think they called a horse collar just because it was Devin White. I could also see like discipline. Where are you? Oh man, it's like the 2010 Buccaneers all over again. And the Rams and the Saints. Yeah, the Patriots are looking good. So, and I said at the beginning of the year too. I'll just say this. There's always going to be some Buck fans that will bitch about that should have been horse collar call. But yet, if that happened to Brady, those same Buck fans will scream for that same horse collar call that they complained about that shouldn't have been called on the opponents. There's where those Buck fans blame everything on everyone but the Bucs. Actually, Evan Winter was really nice I saw him on Twitter going at it. Be like, oh, so when games don't go our way, it's the ref's fault, right? I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to lie. We're starting to sound a little bit like Patriot fans. And I know people don't want to hear that. They're like, Andrew, don't you ever call me that ever again. Totally understandable. But we got to we can't be acting like them. And that's how they do act. Bucs will be fine. Orlando Barrios the second. That's what he says. He also says relax. Johnny also says Washington football is not the team they were last year. Their defense is horrible. Saints, we knew, were a good team this season and have a great defense. Yeah. Even though I said that sucked. I know. For people saying that was a dirty play by White or Winston, please. It wasn't dirty whatsoever, but it does so that one of our weakness is our linebacker aren't the best tacklers in the open field. Well, no, I don't want them to be either, to be honest with you. Ryan Guadarrama, I can live with the loss, but damn refs, did y'all have to make it that? There was some, like, that's the thing. Obviously, on both ends, though, there was somewhere it's like, like we should be calling all these here. A couple more, and I'm going to get a couple guys in here. An open field, one-handed tackle isn't good. The fact the Saints were celebrating again in the locker room like they won the title just shows they aren't focused on the bigger price. This team is a bunch of chokers like usual. So many bad jokes I can make. I'm not going to. We also have to remember that despite Devin White playing well lately, this guy is only in his third season. Ben, oh, damn, Ben. Good job. He still has to develop and get better in certain areas. Today, we show a lot of the immaturity in Devin with his poor play. You make a great point there, buddy. Yes, the Bucs could have won too many penalties. Exactly. We could have easily won that game. Johnny D, not when by the letter of the rule being horse collar. It got Jameis injured, which is why the rule has been put into place. I mean, not. Yeah. I know you're kind of coming from on that. No, they can get the fudge out with that. Brady is our guy. They will be fine. LOL. Who everyone overreacts to losses. I agree. I've done it before. And Kyle Yacy tuned in, my Atlanta Falcon fan. How about those Aints? Yeah. I get it. Okay, I know. I get it. Whatever. It sucks. Screw you. And David Mosher tuned in. I thought you all said having Brady that we wouldn't have pick six to lose the game, or he wouldn't have multiple turnovers to put our defense in a hole. So much for that, Ella. But like I said, we need to lose twice. Oh my God, David. Yeah, because he did it one time and Jameis did it 17 plus times. I'll take that over Jameis all day, any day. I'll also take a quarterback that develops our team instead of us having to wait for the quarterback to develop. So Calvin Ridley. I know. That was sad too. Once our secondary gets healthy, it'll be different. Then our defensive line will have a little bit more time to get to those quarterbacks because our corners will blanket their receivers a bit more. Yeah, D. Delaney needs to stop. Just a couple of those plays I saw, and I was just like, oh, you need to pretty much, I need you all to stop it. All right, let's get a couple of these guys in here. Starting with the guy that I absolutely adore. He comes on my show all the time. And I think we're becoming friends. I don't know. He'd probably tell you otherwise. He doesn't like Canadians that much. I'll show up to his house and be like, listen, Kim left me. And he'd be like, it sucks. Get out of my house. Matt from OKC. How the heck are we doing tonight, buddy?
Hey, man, we lost the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're 6-2. Damn, the world quit spinning. It's crazy out there.
Oh, no.
Johnny Dean will profess to you that Alex Loosemore has on his whiteboard, I told him the Bucs would lose on Halloween 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing that 2 weeks ago on every show. I think I even said it to you.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Friday night when we were doing the Winston therapy session and all that nonsense was going on, I took the other side of the coin and I ran with it. And, buddy, I tell you what, it pissed me off today because Jameis was playing well. He was clipping off 17 and 20-yard runs. We didn't know how to tackle anybody. We couldn't stop anything. And that horse collar crap, he had him under the shell right here on his shoulder.
Man. I haven't yelled at a TV like that since the first game of the season, dude.
Right. But the one that got me the most was when Golston had his head ripped off. His helmet was taken off his head, and he bumped into the freaking third-string guy, the Simeon kid.
Yep.
And they flagged us for roughing the passer. They didn't mention the fact that his helmet got ripped off his own head, so there had to be some hands to the face by the offensive lineman, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, the damn shell's laying on the ground right in front of the referee, and he doesn't call that. He calls that little bump in the back. Pissed me off.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that ticks me off, and we're gonna get another guy in here that's gonna talk about all the things that pissed him off. Because man, there's way too many to talk about, but also at the same time too, we don't make excuses here. We're a winning squad. Mr. Johnny Dean from the NFL edition. How we doing tonight, buddy?
Doing okay. I'm not pissed off at all, man. I expected a tough game. I didn't expect the penalties and stuff, but. And you do have those pictures, by the way, because I just sent them to you in your inbox.
Yeah,
he's not playing with that right now, Johnny. He's trying to eat. He's eating his kid's candy.
Oh, no. I can't put pictures from my phone to my desktop in time. I literally got home and just popped this up here. So
I want to make it clear that was not a horse collar. That was an exceptionally gifted move by Devin White to stop him in his tracks like that
and turn him around.
Yeah, one hand.
Winston's a heavy guy.
Winston's not some little dude, man.
No.
Yeah.
No, and also at the same time too, here's the other thing. When we look at Jameis Winston's posture, his legs have never been huge. That's the reason why some of these, besides Lamar Jackson, I know someone's going to throw that at me, but some of these other, say, scrambling quarterbacks or other type of running quarterbacks usually have bigger legs, okay? Lamar got little tinier legs, and Jameis Winston got small legs, respectively. Not saying like tiny or anything like that. He's just got smaller legs. He is a scrambler who shouldn't necessarily scramble unless he has an open hole. And what he did there was put himself in jeopardy. And that's exactly what I said earlier too. It was just a bad break. And that's a bad thing to say there, but it's a bad situation in itself. And now immature Buccaneer fans and immature Saint fans are going to be on both sides of the spectrum being like, oh, your middle linebacker hurt our quarterback. And, oh, your quarterback is just a broken twig anyway. And blah, blah, blah. It's like all of you just need to shut up, personally.
Well, I sent you two pictures. The other one is one that hasn't ever been talked about since the game's ended. And it pisses me off more than the Devin White one. Because, all right, we caused our own. I'm going to clear this out right now. I'm not using these as excuses, but we did cause our own failures here. But you take a look at the second picture I showed you. That's the tight end strangle holding Levante David in the end zone so that they could get that touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that when you put that in the messenger.
Yeah.
And that there was a bunch of missed calls.
And a ref looking right at him.
Don't get me wrong. There was a couple of times too today where I'm like, yeah, okay, referees, but also at the same time, dude, there was a couple of times like on the Saints side where I'm like, oh, we did kind of get away with that one. Only a couple of times too. So that's why, again, I'm like, we lost the game. We lost the game. And I'm not mad either because I know people were giving Ray was giving you a little bit of flack there on the pregame show. And he's just like, oh, I don't want to hear that we need to look. And it's not that we say needed to lose, but we needed to have a game like that where we were down like that and put ourselves in a hole where Brady needed to win the game. Yeah, and the defense needed to win the game. Brady was going to get us the lead, but then there was still going to be like a minute and a half left if he had gotten us the lead, and our defense was going to have to step it up. So that was, and I agreed with Matt, that was the game we needed.
We did get once in the game, and that I was impressed with that 17 point comeback, man. That was amazing. And that's why everybody else, nobody gets it. I'm a football fan, and not just a Bucs fan. I'm a football fan, and when I see a game like that, it's exciting. I love games like that. I don't like blowouts, man. Blowouts, I turn them because they're boring.
I mean, if it was,
it's nice to be able to have a 10-point or a 12-point lead going into the fourth quarter.
I wanted 55-0. Like I literally put in a bet that the Buccaneers were going to win by 45.
Well, I wasn't paying attention to anything you were saying during this week.
Oh no, I know, and that's the thing is I actually want, because I even said, and a lot of people forget this too, because we all at Bucs Report talked about the Buccaneers preseason and what the Buccaneers records were going to be. I was held on record saying that the Buccaneers were going to be 15-2 and lose 2 games. The 2 games I said they were going to lose was week 4 against the Patriots and week 8 against the Saints, because those were the holes that I saw us probably having a little bit of a situation in. And we lost. We didn't lose against the Patriots. We had a good game against them. We ended up losing to the Rams, which is fine. And we lost to the Saints. Now the rest of the season, like we have 2 divisional rivals that we still have to play, 3 technically, because we have to play the Saints again. But we got Carolina twice. We got Atlanta and the Saints one more time. Those are the games that we really have to show our division that it's our division. And once we can outright win our division, playoffs should not necessarily be a cakewalk, but it should be a good slice of pie.
Well, the thing about today though was it really isn't the team that after the bye week, our team's going to be back in shape again. They were picking on that Pierre Desir, and the other guy that Delaney you were talking about.
Yep.
They're not starters. They weren't supposed to be second stringers. I mean, you pulled them off of the practice squad because there's nobody left. And so if you're going to get your head all full up, the Saints, 2 things I got to remember. They don't have a starting quarterback now. Cam Newton might be down there from the rumors that are flying around right now. And Cam Newton's a free agent with no attachment, so they don't have to trade anything for him. That's the biggest name of a quarterback that they can get a hold of And if they're going to ride this Simeon kid for the rest of the year, at least you know that they're not going to win the division. They can't. It's not possible. The guy isn't any good, or he'd have been somewhere else over the last 6 years.
Started 25 games. He's not a rookie. He's not just.
I'm not saying he's a rookie, Johnny. I'm saying he's good enough to sit on the bench, third string.
I've said this numerous times. The Saints are built where they can take any quarterback, put them in, and control them and win games. They've been doing it for 3 years, man.
Now
that's
think
true.
But go ahead, Matt.
There's a difference when you're a number one, the way you practice and the way you understand things and the way things are built, than being the third guy who does nothing but he's playing the away team all the time. It's not the same kind of a mindset, in my opinion. I don't know, Johnny. You know better than I, because I didn't play the game. But in my experience, when you get down past the second string, you're looking at it's just pot luck. And Sean Payton, the only thing I will say this, Sean Payton has set up Jameis to be successful by not letting him throw. He tells him to run. He tells him to dump it off. He tells him to throw it short to Kamara. It's all a screen game, basically, because he doesn't trust him to throw downfield with accuracy and common sense. Mm-hmm. So when this third string guy came in, he didn't have to modify the game plan that much because he's doing the same restricted stuff for third stringer.
Because he threw deeper passes than Jameis has been normally doing. I'm telling you, that team is built for this. They got 2 offensive weapons and nobody's been able to stop them yet.
Well, Taysom Hill has got a mush head. He hadn't been able to play for almost a month. Do you think he's coming back next week? I don't. I can't see it.
I don't think they need him. I mean, it would help them. It would help them, but I don't think they need him. You can't belittle what the Saints have done. People have been trying to tell me this all year long, and for a whole year, I've been telling people that the Saints are a real team. That's a team that's built offense in the trenches and in the backfield, and that's all they really need. They can put anybody in that system and run the system. If they run the system, they can win. Now, if somebody goes rogue and tries to play, I got to throw the long ball crap all the time, then they'll lose.
Mm-hmm. Well, the guy's a third stringer for some reason, and that's the only thing I can say. He's not starting. He's not in the.
But he has started. He's not an inexperienced rookie sitting off the practice squad.
No, he has. But he hasn't been able to stick with any team. I think he was with the Jets and the Broncos.
I actually just looked. He was he was with the Jets. He was with the Broncos. He was with the Titans for a bit. He was with the Vikings for a bit. With the not the Eagles. Sorry, Bengals. First career road win. Nope. Sorry, my apologies. Houston Texans. He's been around.
Right. So he's as good as Josh McCown or Fitz. He's just one of those guys that can come in for a couple of games and you don't lose. But eventually, if you play him too much, his brain goes away, kind of like Sam Darnold did up there.
There's a difference. Josh McCown and Fitz are brought in to win games, and this guy's not. He's brought in not to lose them.
Yeah, he's like the Carolina's third stringer there too, right? It's like if you get a chance, I've always said third stringers are CFL quarterbacks that had a hell of a good season. You know what I mean? Is a third string quarterback is somewhere they played in the XFL or the CFL or college ball, for the small school, and they had some good stats, and you throw them on there, and they always have that like, oh, I'm never going to get an opportunity, but holy crap, the day that I get the opportunity. And for Trevor Siemian, it was just like, listen, I can make $1 million just beating the Bucs.
Yeah,
that sounds pretty damn good. Someone will sign him even just as even possibly as a backup for. We've seen Chase Daniel make $8 or $12 million for the Browns, I think it was, or Case Keenum. Sorry,
Case Keenum.
Some of these other guys too. I'm gonna catch up on some of the comments here quick. Christopher Cole says the refs were one-sided.
No, there were penalties on both sides.
60-40, 60-40. The Jets with their top rookie. We got an RG3 Kirk Cousins situation going on.
Yep, that's going to be something to talk about next week.
Come on, guys. Flood Andrew with some likes. Flood me. I'd like to see them make a move for Fuller from the Broncos. That would be awesome. But we get everyone back, so I'm not tripping. Too much cap. too much cap. But I like what you're saying there, David Tournier. It's something that I said, I think week 3 or 4 when Carlton Davis went down. I'm like, let's just build from within. Second guy went down. I'm like, okay, or sorry,
start looking.
Yeah, start looking for like a free agent. You know what I mean? Third guy goes down. Okay, I accept the trade if we need to go make one. Just don't start trading for like the CJ Henderson thing. We don't need 4 corners that are all going to ask for like $8 million on their contracts and above. So we got to stop beating ourselves. Definitely agree with that. ACL and damage to his MCL. Yeah, we were just talking about that too. Jin Melvin, thank you for tuning in. Says you can criticize the Bucs and still not go over the top. This game was handed to us and we blew it. Gronk and Brown are the final spice to our offense. Without them, we are not nearly as good with them.
I agree with that.
True. I do think that like any team, though with ours is a little bit of a different situation, of course. I do think that Tyler Johnson and Darden need to have a little bit more field time when it is available to them. Because Darden's fucking fast. Like, oh my goodness gracious.
He ran out of his cleats twice.
I know. And
why is the trainer not giving him the proper shoes for that turf?
It could have just been, you never know. You never know. They probably ain't going to do that a second time, though.
No,
Johnny also said
I would have had him on the sidelines immediately after the first one.
The one cut that he tried to do, he basically went like this and tried to cut. I was like, Darden.
Brady has to target him a little bit so that everybody knows that he is a weapon. And when he runs like that, he's taking the top off. That way they'll have to back it. Nobody sees him right now because Brady hasn't targeted him enough.
Saints are one of the few QB-proof teams. So you said that last year too, and you were not wrong. Bring Winston back to Tampa next year. Let him sit behind Brady for a few years. Nope.
Oh, no.
Soap on a nope. Yeah, definitely not. Yes, you do. I said, yeah. Christopher Cole, LOL, did Arians want to do that with Winston? And Winston said no. Yeah, not for $32 million. No, thank you. Corin Brown, thank you for tuning in. After bye week, I hope to see Carlton Davis and Sean Murphy Bunting return back. Maybe
they'll be back.
I want them all back.
Yeah, exactly.
Aaron Daniel, thank you for tuning in. We beat ourselves. A lot of people tuned in tonight saying that, and it's true. We definitely did beat ourselves. Dave Mosier, using the same comment on different shows. Agenda much? Hell yeah, because it's hilarious. Yeah, it's funny. Like I've had it sounds like a boss. Like I said, I've had a lot of people flood my inboxes since I've been home. Like I think I literally just looked over and my phone went off. Oh, okay, yeah, that's another one. People being like, Winston. I'm like, did you watch the game?
Jeez.
No, I just saw the Saints one. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. 6-2 and still in first. Oh my God, hit the panic button, right? Like, oh.
That's the thing. We are so spoiled now. Think about the fan base 3 years ago. Talking about 6-2, we'd be all like running around, getting giddy and whatnot. Man, Jameson's got 6-2. We might get a wild card position. And now, here we go. We're 6-2. We're still in top, and the whole thing went to hell. We're done. We lost the game. Holy smokes! It's 6-11. We don't have a chance now. We're gonna do like the Steelers did last year and lose every game. It's over with. All because Brady went Winston on us one time.
The Buccaneers have never went 6-2 as a start before ever in their history.
No.
They hadn't gone 6-1 either.
Yeah. So like this is awesome. Before we get another guest in here, I'm going to get through a couple of comments as well. But I need to say, I don't know if it's down at the bottom of the comment section here, but Fred Moore, I need my 18-2, buddy. I need my 18-2.
He needs to give into it and just 17-3 it and get along on the right bus.
He might just stay at 17-3. Just a person I wanted to hear from. So much for all your thoughts on Brady not have a multiple turnover games. I mean, like I said hold on, Matt. Like I said earlier, I'll accept Tom Brady having a one multiple turnover game compared to Jameis Winston's 17 and us having to spend 5 years of his development and waiting when we can have a quarterback come in and develop our team. David Mosier, just get out of here, man. You're not gonna work. It's not gonna work, man.
You can't dog on Matt anyway, because Matt is the one person in here that picked the right team no matter who won.
I mean, not against the spread. I did not. That's for sure. But at the beginning of the season, it is recorded that I definitely and written down actually. I took the Bucs to lose the Saints. No, the rant you went about Winston was going to come back to haunt you.
That's true. Anytime you start that crap, David Mosher
is the one fan that when the Buccaneers are losing, he's like, I'm a Winston fan. And then all of a sudden when the Buccaneers start winning, he's like, oh, I'm a Buccaneers fan. I always have been. What are you talking about? David, you are one of the weirdest fans I've ever seen. David Mosher is a middle-aged man with a stiff sock under his bed. He calls Bucs lose by week. Seed 1 spot now. True. Very true. Oh my God. That's why everyone comes on this show, right? Anybody criticizing Brady don't know what football is. This is true. The season ain't over. We have a lot of time to turn things around, but having one loss in the last few weeks doesn't make me think we need to change much. We just need to get healthy on defense. See? No, that's right.
You realize we won 8 games last year in a row. We opened this year 6-1.
Yeah.
So what's 6 and 8? That's like 14, if I remember right. 14-1. 14-1. Write that one down. 14-2. 14-2. How you going to bitch about that? How you going to bitch?
3 minutes. We got to wait 3 minutes.
We'll show you. Okay. Somebody will show you how to bitch about it.
That 3 minutes, Johnny. We lost to the best team and did the vision ourselves. Tim Witherspoon with another comment of the night. Good job.
That is.
And Steven Glasker is just sitting in the back laughing his butt off because of Hans Gruber's comment. Let's get him in here, by the way. Steven Glasker wanting to talk about the Buccaneers. Join us on top of Raymond James Stadium here live from the Cheap Seats. How are we doing tonight, my friend?
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Good. How you feeling about this game here, buddy?
I am feeling so badly that I literally, because I don't know if you guys have Sonic there. There's something called Sonic here. It's kind of like a drive-up eatery fast food place.
Oh, okay.
And they have 50-cent corn dogs all day today, and I went and bought 5 of them. That's how I feel about this game.
I want to be around you tomorrow.
Corn dogs in a bag. Now, I'm probably not going to eat them all tonight, though I feel like I should.
$2.50.
Do it.
What? Hold on. No. The $2.50 for these damn things, though, that you're spending American dollars, right? So each one of those for me is probably $4 each. So that's a waste of money.
No, it's probably been about 4 Canadian bucks. But we got 5 of them.
They have a time of year when Sonic does a half price on milkshakes too after 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I go down there. I blow a damn rent check over there on the chocolate banana milkshakes.
Look at Sonic is a beautiful place. You got to come down here and try it out, Andrew.
I've already said next year because I start my new job tomorrow, and it's a good paying job. I don't get to sell herbal essences anymore, but I do get to work in a warehouse and make a lot of money, so that's always good. And I plan on spending most of it to pay off all my debt, of course, and make sure that my kids are at least established for whatever the heck they want to do. I think my daughter wants to play soccer, and I think my son wants to play hockey. Great. So now all of a sudden I've lost their college fund because my son wants to play hockey. Other than that, I'm coming down there probably next season if the COVID obviously would restrict it, so I can come down and hang out for a couple of games, which will be fun. And on the way there or home, because I'm going to drive at least there or drive at least back, I want to go through like IHOP and see all the people with one legs that have been offered jobs. And like, I think what you guys do down there in that country is some of the greatest things ever. Like, really.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
Like chipping nails, man, is a way different thing up here. So, but anyways,
it's not a cartoon, huh?
Yeah,
I would love to be as optimistic as Johnny. I personally think this loss sucks. Now, like you guys, I did expect us to split with the Saints. I figured they beat us at their place and we'll beat them at our place. Although I did pick the Bucs to win simply because of how poorly the Saints played last week. But I'm not happy about this. I didn't think it's exciting. I don't think being on the edge of my seat and watching my team lose is exciting. Like you did that for 5 years.
There's a difference between being happy about a loss and being all whiny and cryy about it. That's where I'm at. I'm not going to sit here and whine about it. Fucking
there's a middle ground.
Season.
There's a middle ground too. You can just think that sucks. We should have beat those guys. It's exactly like one of the commenters said. We beat ourselves, and it was because of stupid penalties and not being in focus. I love blowout games, especially when the Bucs are blowing people out, because that means we are dominating the heck out of people, and it makes me feel good to see the other team cry that they can't get any points. I love those kinds of games personally.
Those aren't games.
I do think it's only one loss. I think it's important that we remember that it's only one loss. I like what Andrew said. I think it's also important that they showed us where we need to work. We really need to work. A lot of it is focus, and a lot of it is tackling. These guys need to get in the weight room and learn how to actually hit guys and knock them down, or at least when you grab them, hold on to them. There's a lot of work that needs to be done with this team. We're nowhere near where we need to be, but that's good news. I'm glad that if we're going to find that out, we find it out before the bye. Oh, and
can we not have it against the Saints?
Well, that's the other thing. I'm with you on that. We may not be number one. We may not be number one in the division after next week, because if the Saints play, I forget who they play next week, but if they play and if they win next week, they'll actually be number one in the division.
They're not going to win that much anymore, though, until they get the quarterback resolved. I don't care what Johnny says. It's an issue. They have a problem there.
That's what
they have a problem there. They have a problem there.
No. This is where I respectively interject, and I just say, one of my locks this week, I really obviously screwed up on, and I thought because of the same situation that the New Orleans Saints were in, with a team that is also dominant in the Seattle Seahawks, with Geno Smith deciding to just tear up a actually not bad defense in the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're not the greatest, but they're not the worst either. That's why now I don't know, right? Like Taylor Heineke is actually doing okay. We don't have to say the other person's name for you, Steven. Don't worry.
Yes, we do. Fitzpatrick.
Shut up, Johnny. Shut up.
Like some of these other guys, when they pop in, they do okay, right? So that's why with the Saints, and I also said that earlier too, the one thing that the Bucs seem to not say the worst at, obviously, like they don't play well against the quarterback, the rookie quarterbacks. There we go. That well, they always win, respectively, but they don't play well against them. Well, one thing the Buccaneers don't do well up against is all of a sudden planning for one quarterback and that quarterback going down. They never do.
That's true with any team, though. If you spend a week building on one quarterback's tendencies and the way they use the playbook and whatever, and you wipe that out, the new guy comes in and he can only do a third of what they were practicing. You don't know what third they know. So the tape is not full. So it takes a week to get acclimated to it.
And that's why I've always said, and I know me and the boss man have had a major disagreement on this before, right? I actually have had no problem with if you have two quarterbacks and both of them actually are, say, complete opposite. You got like a field generator and like a scrambler, and the field generator can run when he has to, and the other one would rather run, or whatever the case may be. Kind of like when they had Taysom and Drew Brees, but not Drew Brees towards the end of his career. If you have two quarterbacks, I've always argued respectively, because it can go to crap really badly too. You can make that work where you throw one quarterback in for a play, because then the defense has got to, prepare for that. The more timeouts that a defense uses does go in your advantage as well. So
Andrew, can I point out that Andrew is a Florida Gator fan, so he learned his football from Steve Spurrier. All right.
Wow.
Which the Florida system has been used in the NFL, but yes. No,
Andrew has a good point about the two quarterbacks thing, because I think the Jets just found out they have two quarterbacks. In fact, I think they found their quarterback of the future.
I think they did.
You can't.
No.
Yeah, he's going to kick
the Jets. It's the Jets. It's the Jets. They could take Johnny Unitas and screw it up. They could screw up with Joe Montana. It's the Jets.
I mean,
they won one.
Matt, did you see that game? White played
I watched some highlights. He did. Yeah, he did.
The local broadcast of it, they cut it off and put the San Francisco 49ers on it at the third quarter.
That's the game I was watching just for fantasy football relevance, because I had both running backs and a couple wide receivers on from both teams. So I just put that on.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Sunday ticket this week.
I watched the tail end of the Jets game because it was so close, and I couldn't believe how close it was against the Bengals. And I'm telling you what, White, he threw 4 touchdowns in the second half, dude. He played his ass off. I mean,
White was balling, dude, and he was playing. He was playing calmly. That pocket did not bother him at all.
Right.
Well, the Saints, getting back to our opponent, they were playing with wide receivers that haven't seen the field since like grade school and making them look like all-stars. So
right.
we weren't prepared for any of the stuff that they were going to do. And Sean Payton, to his credit, knows that. He's going to throw in some goofy stuff, and you're going to say, he's just blowing wind over there. That kid, I don't even know who number 11 is.
All he did was change a couple of players out. He didn't throw any goofy stuff.
But that, by the nature of doing that, the nature of doing that took the pressure off of that guy, because who the hell is he? He's not going to be catching the ball. I'm going to concentrate on this other guy. And I don't think he had one guy caught 2 or 3 touchdowns that hadn't touched the ball in 3 years or something. So
I don't think it was so much that though, Matt. I think what the Bucs are bad at, and I noticed it even more so in this game, we're really bad at the short game. In other words, the little short intermediate throws and the screen passes. We have a really tough time defending those, and Sean Payton knows that, and that's literally how they beat us.
Also,
well, they were picking on DeSears. DeSears was playing soft, and he would line up behind the yard to gain and have to go forward, because the receiver would push him back and then come back and get the ball. And he wouldn't come back to him. He couldn't. There's a reason
Sean Payton and Bill Belichick use that intermediate game, and that's because it's hard for anybody to stop.
Right. And if you're a guy who was on the practice squad all the year until 2 weeks ago, he still hasn't got the reps in to understand what's going on with that. That's why if Sherman had dressed, which he did, I don't understand why he didn't play. I don't know what the story was with that.
So that's what I was going to kind of bring up, and I forgot. I actually had that written down here. So when the Saints at the beginning of the week actually went and signed Mark Ingram, I even knew, like, okay, Bruce Arians is bringing everybody back in just to do a quick, like, all right, defense, Mark Ingram's coming back in. Like this, when they had Mark Ingram, if you didn't know, they had really good success with Kamara, with Ingram, and the third guy there who I
did pretty well tonight with Ingram.
Exactly.
Yeah, Ingram had a good day.
Yep. And the Buccaneers know very well, going back to the days when Carolina had Jonathan Stewart and the other guy there too. And I'm forgetting his name, Douglas or something like that. The other running back there. The tangent, though.
Right.
So all of a sudden, the chess game became, we have to go and do that. Now all of a sudden, the Buccaneers go, all right, so I'll see you signing Mark Ingram, and I raise you dressing Gronk and Levante David and not Antonio Brown. So then all of a sudden, the Saints are like, okay, cool. So now we got a game plan for all this. Once Gronk goes down, then the game plan has to change within game. It's the same. Sean Payton's always been really good at that, and I respect him as a coach for that, of course. And that's how, in my opinion, he ended up winning. Is every single down, every single play for him is an opportunity to win. You know, if you go down on the third down, you're going to hope that your defense, makes it up like a true hard-nosed football game should be. Whereas the Buccaneers, almost respectively under Arians' system, not an air raid, but with the clientele, with the players that you have, they're not necessarily meant for those short intermediate passes all the time. They're meant to go big, go home. Like those medium passes, those large passes. Mike Evans is a god down the field. Godwin can get behind a corner any day. When Antonio Brown is playing, we've all seen what he can do, not only for us, but of course with the Steelers back in the day. And of course, that
Tyler Jackson or whatever his name is, he had a good day.
Yep,
he had a good game.
And the thing is, like I said, we are banged up, and we can't make excuses, and we're not, and which is not us anyway. None of us. We're all just basically like, it sucks. Here's a couple things that we got to look towards the couple weeks here, and we'll be fine. So, a couple comments though. Jim Melvin says, not me. I love the blowouts. I also agree. Steven Glasker said, Brady said in postgame that last interception was a bad pass. He had Evans open and should have thrown it to him instead.
He threw another one that should have been picked off, that the safety just was out of alignment on it. I don't know what it was, but he threw it to Evans 2 plays before he lost the game. And it was like 40 yards downfield. And it was, instead of being on the sideline, he pulled a Jameis Winston and threw it in the middle between the hash marks. Yeah. And Evans wasn't going there. He was going a different direction. So you could tell by the time he let that ball go, he knew he messed up.
Yeah, he was like, crap. Wait, what time is it? And he was like, fuck. David Mosier says, that's what gets people mad at me, Johnny. I'm a football fan first because before I am a Buccaneers fan. I mean, you're a Winston fan first. We all know that. You don't have to hide behind it. I said it was, at the beginning of the year that we're going to lose twice to the Saints and we're going to go 13-4 or 12-5. Thank you, Matt. I agree with you. They were going against backup corners, not our starters, so people need to calm down. See how he goes back and forth?
He's logical. He's logical.
No, he's Cardinals could sign Cam Newton. I actually saw something about that, and I'm not gonna lie, Corin, with how everything went today, they should. Like they should, and they probably will pretty damn soon. Yay, food's here. Brady is not going to say left-witch schemes and plays are dumb, so he just do whatever. I thought Seattle signed Cam Newton. Has anyone signed Cam Newton? No one signed.
No, he's still sitting on a couch.
Okay. Our Buccaneers got robbed today. The refs cheated for them. I mean,
there was a couple of plays that were questionable. I didn't like the one where he called roughing on a Golston. It was like they were trying to protect. They were trying to protect the Saints from not having a fourth quarterback to bring in. Mm-hmm. That just seemed like one of those "don't touch this guy" kind of messages the referees were sending out.
Yeah,
Eric
I think that's exactly what it was.
Yeah. Eric says, "What's going on, guys?" Jim Melvin says, "I agree with Matt." A lot of people agreeing with Matt tonight. This is a new one.
I don't know how the hell that happened. I guess I'm on the right day.
Who the hell knows? The DL pressure always comes from the same direction, no variety, so it gives options to a third-string quarterback.
What? What? Okay.
I love you, Tapasio, but I'm a little on the fence on that one. Eric Mino says
Johnny's about epileptic.
Love to talk Bucs. Ronald Jones trade Tuesday deadline. I just don't know.
Who wants him?
I just don't know.
Him and OJ Howard, neither one of them have a record that they can take out to another team and say, this guy's this good, give us this draft pick.
Listen, but also at the same
there's
time,
nothing going on there.
No, here's the other thing, because someone said, why don't we just I saw this on Twitter, and I wish I posted it, not as like a stupid thing Bucs fans say, because it wasn't dumb, but it also wasn't entirely smart. It was kind of right in the middle, where it was, why don't we trade OJ Howard for a third-round pick? It would be for the other team, like how we got JPP. And I'm like, okay, but do you want another team to have OJ Howard and him go off like JPP has for us? Like, our third-round pick that we traded for JPP was a steal when you look at it, right? So,
now.
And I don't
want
want
the time it wasn't.
I'd take that in a heartbeat, because third round is our bread and butter in trading.
We got, hold on, Troy Polamalu, King Troy Legend says Bucs can't compete against the big boy teams. Are we talking about the Steelers?
Bullshit. We're not talking about the Chiefs, are we? Did we beat the Chiefs? I'm not sure about that. Oh my God.
When a new quarterback comes on, good defense should tie him up. That didn't happen. Again, I was joking about that, Christopher. I know. We were 6-2 last year. Oh, were we 6-2 last year?
No. And how'd that work out?
No.
Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna have to double check that. J-Dub was running around and no defender in the middle of the field. Stupid. No coverage. We have to get coverage around the board. So love to come on and talk
man to man in Russian. Yeah, I think.
Love to come on and talk Bucs and get things off my chest. Quite possibly, I'll drop the link here in a little bit here, Eric. I got a couple of guys that are going to be popping on here in just a minute. I just want to get to this dumb comment. Buc fans are so happy beating trash teams with trash coaches like the Dolphins, Bears, Falcons. I mean, he didn't bring up the other 3 wins we got, but that's cool. But can't compete against the big boys like the Rams and the Saints. The fact that you even think that the Saints are the big boys is absolutely laughable. Oh, Troy Polamalu,
the Cowboys,
Troy, get out of here.
The Cowboys are a fairly good team.
Yeah,
I think, and we kind of
better than your Steelers.
So
after Thanksgiving, Brady will take over. Everybody will say is a little left. Everybody will say is a little leftwich. Okay.
Okay.
Season sucks 4-4. They're gonna come back. They're just banged up like us, buddy. Bucs Report says it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Sean Payton knows what to do with them. Prove me wrong. That's also a very good point. Saints trade Michael Thomas. Don't need him anymore. If anything, put him in the package for Deshaun Watson. As much as I don't want that, but that could possibly happen. David Moshe says, Matt, are you saying Bruce Arians didn't prepare us for this game, just like Jameis Winston didn't prepare us for the last 5 years? You're right.
Does anybody look at the first quarter and think that we were on cue? I mean, it looked like the Rams game. We came in, we were half a beat off. Everybody from Brady on out didn't look like they were doing what they did against Chicago. So, yeah, one of the coaches, it may not have been Arians, but somebody didn't get them right because they weren't there.
Maybe it was the players not executing the playbook right.
I think somebody went to Bourbon Street on Saturday night.
I think maybe, God forbid I say this, but I think maybe Todd Bowles had the wrong game plan set up defensively for it.
It happens.
It's possible.
Let me get a couple more of these comments out of here, and then let me get the guys in the back in here. Reporter needs to ask New York media type questions to Bruce Leftwich and Bowles. Yes and no. David says, to me, our defense plays to shut down Alvin, which pretty much they did, and they didn't think that the receivers could beat us. No, I don't think they did. I actually agree with that. And the Saints fullback played well. Hell yeah. Buster Reggs, thanks for tuning in, said he went for it on 4th down every time. That was a good point, actually. Very good point. Thank you for tuning in. And then one of those Troy Polamalu, fun person. Y'all be hating on Jameis. Pray to the Lord he removes your hate from your hearts. I'm going to go pray to a unbelievable fictional character in the sky that some dude that used to play 5 years of unprofessional football is going to come back and play good against us. Man, I don't know why you found this show, but like you just coming in here spitting the dumbest stuff ever that I literally cannot wait to post in every single Tampa Bay.
What the hell does a Steeler fan care about Jameis Winston in the first place?
Well, because he didn't remember they're mad because Nick Citro knew that he was coming there and they were like, oh, we don't want Jameis.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that little crap.
Don't get why the refs always rob us against the Saints. It just happens. Worst thing about today is that the Bucs, we were given the game gift wrapped in blue. Injuries are most of it, but still great game. Would be 7-1 in this situation. Also agree. You guys ain't even from Tampa, and we don't know where you're from. Congratulations. If anything, you look like a fat, overweight Hawaiian on that picture, dude. So get a better picture of your Hall of Famer.
Yeah, why'd you get a picture of Fat Troy?
Yeah, why'd you get a picture of Fat Dude? Honestly. I mean, why are you coming in here disrespecting our team when you're disrespecting your Hall of Famer, dude? Like,
right?
Literally looks like this is his like cheeseburger eating days here, man. Like, is he? I got burgers right here. Like, do you think he's trying to get some sponsorships because he's got no money? Oh, that's what happens to Steelers after they're done. Isn't that what happened in that movie Concussion? Oh, that's right. It was about a Steelers player. Eat a dick. Oh. So glad Winston done for the season. No. Seabass Noble, get on out of here. We don't have none of that comment. I'm actually getting that comment the hell out of here.
That actually is a situation. He could be completely out of the league.
I'm blocking that. I just blocked this user. There we go.
Well, that Troy, if you cross your fingers. Since Winston will be without a contract when he gets ready to play football again, you guys might actually be able to get him and replace Big Ben there.
Right.
That'd be a trick. Yeah. Put him up there in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Let's get a couple other guys in here so you all can talk about this game while I eat my burger here. Let's start off with the guy who I stole this show from, Mr. Rick Hughes, with the greatest picture ever. I actually really like that. So, and Matt deciding to take my picture, so that's really cool.
No, that's what popped up. I have to get coffee.
And we're gonna get Stephen Glasker back in here, and basically, I'm gonna let Rick Hughes take it over for just about 3 minutes while I eat my burger in silence here, and just kind of let the chat room go. But Rick, what about this game? Did you find to be a good thing going forward?
Like, I want to point out Matt saying something about he basically was saying, the Saints are done for the rest of the year if they're using Trevor Siemian. And I just want to say, can you really seriously name any quarterback that Sean Payton has not done well with? I mean, name one. I mean, he made Teddy Bridgewater 6-0. He even I think went 5-1 with Taysom Hill or something last year. And the thing is, I mean, Trevor Siemian, the guy's got he's got a history. Look, the quarterback he struggled the most with, Sean Payton seems to be struggling the most with, is actually Jameis Winston. And he still had a good record with him. So if you're thinking that this is going to be an easy road just because it's Trevor Siemian. Look at every backup quarterback that Sean Payton's worked with, and they always do well. So it's time to guys, this is a good football team. Okay, they may have the best defense in the league, and we got beat. We had a bad game, and we got beat. We didn't play up to our potential, and we got beat. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's not tough. Look, you're not going to play at your best every week. It's not going to happen. And by the way, yes, I believe we were 6-2 last year, and then we went on a little losing streak. But the thing is, guys, it's you know what matters? It's how we come out of the bye week. Would you want to be around Arians or Brady for the next 2 weeks?
No.
I mean,
No.
Fred Swayze, yes, you're there.
Yes, Fred, my hero. Rock
He
on,
needs to
Fred.
go ahead. He needs to commit and put the 17-3 up there just because it's going to happen.
No, that's not Fred. You can't change
No.
Fred, damn it.
That's right. That's right.
We got to play the Bills.
I got to point out something about Troy Polamalu. Troy Polamalu is saying, none of you guys are even from Tampa. In the meantime, he's talking about Pittsburgh with USC and Trojans stuff all over his little hashtags.
Sorry,
So
Matt, that was
which one is
me.
he from or not from?
Right.
You know?
Sorry, Matt, that was me. I was like, no, don't say the 3 on live. Don't do it. Don't make
The
it.
thing is this. There's
He's
look, if you're
from
going to be a
Kansas,
jackass, be smart about it.
Oh, he's talking to Troy, I hope. Not
Yeah,
me.
I'm talking about Troy. If you're going to be a jackass, at least be smart, you know? Sitting there saying, which one are you not from, Troy? Are you not from USC? Are you not from Trojan land? Or are you from Pittsburgh? Where are you from, brother?
Hey, Rick, Troy is from Louisiana, but lives in New Jersey.
That's probably the same
that's
guy.
Brian.
No.
Brian.
It's Mike. It's Mike DeRoche trying to find the only fan base that would accept him.
Oh,
What happened? No. If that was Brian, that'd be awesome. If that was Brian.
Brian Pearson.
Yeah.
I wish he would show back up again, but I think he was a fake.
No, somebody made a comment that he was watching the post game show on the Florida Sports or Sports Talk Florida. Brian Pearson was actually watching and made a comment or two, and I missed it. But
man,
yeah, I know. I would have absolutely tried to get him on the show. But I mean, to Troy Polamalu, great. You know, we meet again. That's funny because I don't even remember you. So I mean, we meet again. Well, nice to meet you again. Sorry, who are you?
I got to be honest. I remember seeing that logo a couple of times, but he's one of those guys that comes in and then throws darts and then he ducks, and you don't see him until 2-3 weeks later. He might show up again and start stirring the pot.
If you're going to say smart stuff, that's one thing, but to sit there and say things like, "You guys aren't even from Tampa." In the meantime, he's got a Pittsburgh and USC comment.
Well, I got news for him. I'm from Tampa, and I'm 5th generation Floridian. I just don't live there now.
Right,
So,
that's correct.
What the hell?
That's the same for all of us.
Same with all of us, and that's the thing.
Except Andrew.
Yeah,
Well,
except Andrew.
I was literally just going to pop in here because David said, Brian said on one of y'all's shows the last time I seen him that he wasn't going to come back on because all y'all did was make fun of him. May I just say something? I wouldn't have this show if I didn't put up with that kind of American ribbon or whatever you call it for a year. And still to this day, grow up.
And he is correct. We did make fun of him. We were pretty brutal. You know, I mean,
Then come back.
We gave that fat ass sea cow a pretty hard time. You know, I mean, but you know, that's just how it goes.
He comes on camera looking like that with no shirt on, eating on the couch, and he expects somebody not to say something.
Yeah. I mean, I remember my 80-year-old grandfather used to have a t-shirt, a V-neck t-shirt that was so thin and washed so many times. And it was like, I mean, it was so thin you could see through it. And that's what Brian comes on now. And Brian's like half my grandfather's age, twice the size. But I mean, it was a,
your grandfather must have been pretty big.
Brian, step up and, man up, dude. But Troy Polamalu, you was a name. You was a real name, you know?
Yeah,
I mean,
like
come on, really? You hide behind the moniker and then try to talk trash? Oh, you're a big fake man. I mean, it's easy to talk trash. When you know what, when you don't use your real name, it's easy to talk crap because you can't be held accountable. If you're not sure about that, ask Jameis 1 of 1. That's what he does. All you do is talk crap and trash because you're hiding.
And two things before I get back to Rick here, because Troy did say something for you too, but Rick makes a really good point here. Jameis 1 of none actually gets to continue saying what he does week in and week out when the Saints or Jameis Winston do something good. So, for example, this game, he will use 7-7 until the next time the Bucs play the Saints, and he will also use the injury to get his advantage. That's just how people like him go. That's just like people like we see this guy, because he goes, what time is cooking in the South?
Well, it's not actually. It's part of. It's now a segment on my show called Buck AF on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock. And you're welcome to join us, Troy. I mean, if you really want to be there, but I mean, you're not Buck AF, so but you know, it's all good. I mean, you're obviously an attention whore AF, but I mean that's all good. If you need the attention that bad, come on by. I'll be happy to give you some.
That's why I take over the cheap seats. Like, I don't just have all the normal peeps that we usually do here. I mean, if we you got to also understand
here.
This is all the normal peeps here.
We're normal.
Well, that is besides the point. Like, for example, like we have Steven here. And literally right when I say that, he leaves.
Yeah,
that's actually funny. I literally was just going to lobby it up to him and be like, listen, Steven has had to deal with the Ryan Fitzpatrick thing for a while. And then he's fine. So honestly, guys, you can come on here, talk a little smack, talk a little shit. And then all of a sudden we all become friends at the end of the day. There he is.
I got fired by my cat.
Exactly. Rick got
came back because you said Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
You have to understand that I got torn apart for a whole year, I would say about half of a year, because I said the Bucs should draft a left tackle in the first round, and it was I got him, don't worry. And then I was like, I kind of stood by it because I was like, why the heck not? But it just sometimes people say dumb things, and you just got to come on a show and get it off your chest. And to be completely honest, looks like Troy Polamalu needs to get about $130 off of his. So,
his chest or his backside? That
I don't know, one or the two.
Yeah, people always talk trash. I mean, it's so easy to do it when you hide behind another name, and they don't even. You're very capable of coming on screen here and putting your face, out here. You're very capable of going ahead and stepping up and we can all hear from you. But, I mean, you don't want to come on. You don't want to use your real name. You don't want to use your face. You just want to sit back there under, a stupid little troll name and put Fat Troy up there and talk trash like you're the big man. It's not like you're a football player. I mean, I have no reason to think you have any credibility.
I still want to know why he's insulting Troy like that, man. I don't care.
If you got no credibility, come on, step up.
Yeah. Troy says he's a Bucs fan, but he trashes them more than anything. Well, this is the thing. We've seen it before, and shout out to the one guy who I used to not say hate this guy, but I used to be like, anytime he's on a show, I don't want to talk to him. But Corin Brown, shout out to him because he's just the biggest troll, but he's our troll. Okay?
Corey is awesome.
Yeah, he is our troll. And he does a fantastic job of being our troll. But Troy, on the other hand, that's not trolling, man. Any fan base is going to be happy when they win. Any fan base is going to be a little bit salty when they lose. Now, just think about when we're a fan base that now has 2 titles. I mean, think about the Vikings who are currently playing who don't own a single title, but yet Falcons as well. A couple other teams.
Sorry, I just need to mention that.
No, I know. The Panthers. The other thing is, example with Minnesota here. Their culture, their fans, they've dealt with it. They go like this, but they're not so toxic. You know what I mean? You do get some, obviously, but here, obviously, in Tampa Bay, we've seen a lot of the times where fans go hopping on the train when we start winning, like last year, like, oh, I knew we were going to win the Super Bowl. I knew we were going to win the Super Bowl. And that's a shot at a couple of people who are in the comment section right now being like, Tom Brady threw 2 interceptions. Yeah. And how many Super Bowls did he win us? Come on. Don't forget about that stat. That's a very important stat that you keep forgetting all the time. How many Super Bowls did Winston help us get? Better yet, no. Like, how many playoff games did Winston help us win? That's right. He didn't win any playoff games. He instead created the, yeah, you like that guy. Go back and watch games, okay? We have had to deal with a bad history. We've also had to deal with a respectable history and an intermediate history. We haven't had one thing that a lot of other people have. It's called consistency. Minnesota has consistently, every, say, 10 years, been at least good for about 5 or 6 of them. It just is inevitable. They are built a different way. We, as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer franchise, have taken chances. We've gone out and been like, let's go sign and trade for a head coach from the Oakland Raiders. As much as we all, talk about it nowadays, but it worked. And then all of a sudden we went and signed a 42, 43-year-old old man that's going to come win us a Super Bowl. It worked. We're not necessarily the culture that always stays like this. We do this a lot, but that's because we're used to it. Our roads are bumpy. We don't necessarily know what's coming around the bend. Hell, we could be trading for Patrick Mahomes in 6 years. No. If 6 years ago,
it's not my show. All right, go on a rant.
I know. But I'm just saying, I'm throwing the one out there because 6 years ago, when Jameis Winston first got here, we wouldn't have been saying Tom Brady's going to be the one leading us to a Super Bowl. Anything can happen. That's just how our Buccaneers fan base is. Go ahead, Steven.
And people need to put some respect on the NFC South, though, because unless I'm missing this, I think we're the only division in the NFL that every single team in the division has won an NFC championship. So, guys, we got a good division. We played a bad game, and as much as I've been enjoying all the ribbing and picking on Troy, Fat Palomalo, and all that stuff, all I know is I ate 2 of those corn dogs that I got from Sonic, and I feel slightly better, but yet some shame as well. And we lost to a guy whose last name means monkey. I mean, come on.
We can tell you ate them Sonic hot dogs because you're sitting in the bathroom talking to us, right?
No, I'm not. I'm actually upstairs in my room. And like I said, with that sense of shame after eating those 2 corn dogs, but I can't get over the fact that we lost to a guy whose last name means monkey. And he was a 3rd-string quarterback. That's problematic for me. And even Brady, and one of the things I love about him, he takes blame. They asked him about that interception, and he said, that was a bad throw. I threw it to the wrong guy. He
that's
said,
Jameis, though, man. I heard that
No, but I'm saying he didn't. He said Mike Evans was wide open. That's who I should have thrown it to.
Yeah, I got to cut down on the interceptions. We can't.
No. This is different. He did say that. He did say that, but he admitted, hey, I saw the open guy. I tried to fit it somewhere I should have fit it.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's a leadership difference.
Yeah.
And so I think we're going to be okay.
You mean you didn't say check the sheet on balling?
Hey, you know what's funny? He actually was balling. He actually was balling. And Rick mentioned that on his show. I didn't know he threw for almost 400 yards.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Almost 400 yards before
TD. 375. Yeah.
Brady's the yardage leader and the touchdown leader.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, everybody, we lost a game.
We lost a game.
Hold on. I got to get this in here. He says, Fat, you guys are the ones who are eating the meat lover special at Arby's. Buddy, can you not see over the fat rolls of your eyes that it is Burger King? Oh, my God. You are making this way too easy. Never mind. That was bad.
He had to watch the episode with Steven.
Yeah, it's obviously easy. He's sensitive. Come on. Maybe we should it's cancel culture.
No, Johnny's right. He watched that Arby's. No, Johnny's right. He did. He watched the Meat Lovers episode that I did for you, Rick. Remember when I went to Arby's?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what he's talking about.
Tapasio said
Mountain or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
That thing was amazing.
Tapasio said, as a former Patriots fan and current Brady fan, great coaching will stop a team beating itself. And we've even said before too that we don't know where Brady's going to go. Is he going to go to management, ownership, or coaching, or whatever? But having Brady on there and Arians and Leftwich and Bowles is, it's not having multiple coaches like some of these other teams have. No, it's having 4 great minds who are all going to sync together and figure it out. And we didn't today. It happens. Whoop-de-flip and do. Move on.
Exactly. It was a game. That's literally it.
Yeah. Most of our penalties today were on defense. That's upsetting because I thought Bowles had that under control already.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the other thing, Johnny, is most of them weren't actually penalties.
There were a lot of penalties there. I mean,
about half of them were actual real penalties. I agree with you.
David Mosier says, just seeing on the Vikings game a whole bunch of kids eating a dub like Winston did. No,
are you serious?
No. But hey, now I'm gonna state this. If for some odd reasons Kellen Mond isn't the answer up there in Minnesota and they do want to get away from Kirk Cousins, you put Jameis Winston on the Minnesota Vikings.
They'll lose a lot of games.
They're going to throw a lot of picks, and it's going to be fun and crazy and wild, and it's going to be like dating the crazy chick. But that's it.
They get 2 free wins a year with the Lions. Like, Jameis Winston can have 600 yards passing against the Lions.
Yes, he will have 600 yards passing, 4 TDs, and 2 pick sixes, and any other interceptions. Yes.
Yeah. Zagnif Productions, Zagnif1, thank you for tuning in tonight. Says that's a pretty damn good Captain Kirk impersonation. Thank you.
I don't know. Okay.
I think I may have tried. I don't know. I do that sometimes. Jameis is the Bucs leading quarterback franchise TD leader. Show some respect. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm about to throw an F-bomb out. Dude,
it's after 10 o'clock and it's my show. Go right ahead, Rick. It's all you.
And seriously, I'm not going to show any respect to Jameis. Listen, he's gone. He's not even the starting Saints quarterback. No, I'm not going to show him respect. I don't need to show him respect. He's gone. You want to respect him? Go to New Orleans and respect him. Respect him all you want. Close your eyes tonight, turn off your lights, put on some romantic music, and respect the hell out of him. Just stop saying this. He's gone.
Didn't all those records belong to Josh Freeman before Jameis got on?
Thank you. I was just going to say, we went from Josh Freeman to Jameis Winston. Is that any better?
Can somebody tell me what Jameis did worth bragging about or loving or waxing eloquently about? Yeah, he was here. He was here for 5 years. He threw for a hell of a lot of yards because we were behind. Okay.
Exactly.
Somebody tell me what he did.
I will tell you what he did. I will tell you what he did. Rick, he got famous for imitating JPP licking his fingers.
Honestly, in all honesty, to give Jameis actual real credit, Jameis is the reason why we have Tom Brady. So show him some respect for that. He did do that, and I was just going to ask Troy something real quick. Troy, you can love Jameis like Rick said explicitly till the cows come home, but let me ask you a question. Brady's only been with the team for a year and a half. Who do you think's name's going to be in the Ring of Honor between Brady and Jameis?
Hey, hold on, Troy. I just wanted to bring something up. Who's the all-time passing yards leader for the Steelers? Isn't that Big Ben? His Hall of Fame thing and the person in the hotel room, right? You do know about that? You do know about that, right? Okay, I just wanted to bring that up. Also, doesn't Troy Polamalu have something kind of like that against him? Man, you just really are setting yourself up for failure here if those are the idols that you look up to, buddy.
But the problem is his picture.
Or you try to look over the role of Troy Polamalu.
Troy's picture doesn't even look like Troy Polamalu's. It looks like Fat Elvis pretending to be Troy Polamalu. I don't know what that is.
It literally looks. I don't even. We'll get to him in a second here. Zagnif also says, laughing basically at the unanimous chorus of no's at the Patty Mahomes. That was actually really funny. And one of these days, we're going to go clip that as a little transition or something. Steven, the NFC West, all 4 of those teams have been to a Super Bowl since the new alignment of division.
Hasn't the
Really?
East, hasn't the same thing happened with the East?
I think so.
The NFC East. Let's see.
Rams.
No, you're right. You're right. The Washington,
They've all
Philly,
won.
and
I think Washington did.
Eagles.
Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Who's the fourth? Who's the fourth? Washington, Philly, Dallas,
Washington,
and
Philly, the Giants, and the Cowboys.
You're right. All 4 of them. All 4 of them have won. All 4 of them have won championships, NFC championships. That's
I don't know. Most deaf getting the bathroom mixtape reverb on your sound.
That's what he sounds like. He's in a tub somewhere or a tube.
We lost in the bathroom getting rid of those corn dogs.
Yeah.
It's probably my headset, guys. I really am.
That's okay, buddy. We got about another 10 minutes left in the show anyway, so we can make do, buddy. It's all good. Troy also said, "Where's the dude at? Where's the dude? Where's the dude? Where's the dude?"
He's got a sore throat, so he can't participate this weekend.
But he's really want the dude in here?
Yeah,
he would tear you a new ass.
He would.
He would.
They must don't like to punt when he went for it on 4 down a lot. Though they knew who they were playing.
You gotta say that with the right. You got to say that with the Cajun.
No,
like
Brian
Pearson, Waterboy accent.
Oh,
they must don't like the punt when they went for it on 4 down a lot.
As the only ethnic person on this panel, let me say this. I really hate when people write the way they talk. It is so annoying. I'm like,
I agree.
There is such a thing as proper English. I know you went to school. Just use it, please.
Hey,
for the rest of us.
I will put an A, an EH at the end of my sentences just to tell everybody that I am Canadian. Keep it going,
Quite
they
right, mate.
Don't like the punt when he went down on 4 down a lot.
I have to use proper English from now on.
I got a British and I got whatever the Rick was there for a second.
Cajun.
Waterboy.
Didn't you see Waterboy?
Oh, that's yes. My apologies. Code of the night. They'll lose a lot of games. I'm so glad somebody else heard that because I thought I only heard that too, and it was just like that is underrated. Like, what would happen if Jameis went to the Vikings? They'd lose a lot of games. So what you're saying, Rick, is that he would have a win. Wait. So what you're saying, Rick, is that he would have a Winston would have a game just like Brady just did. Lol.
I have no idea what that even means. We're back to that proper English thing.
Yeah.
You know.
What happened to Josh Freeman? He disappeared faster than Judy disappeared from Family Matters.
Adderall. One word.
Awesome.
Adderall.
Yeah,
that's what
Adderall.
it was. Adderall.
And drinking.
And
yeah, I was gonna say it's alcohol. That's from one. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Was hanging out with Keith Talib. They had the same dope man.
There was a gentleman. This is actually funny. There was a gentleman that was on Twitter before that said if he had like 100 follows or whatever, he would drop the infamous Josh Freeman story. And eventually he did drop the Josh Freeman story, and it was like one of your typical, say, Josh Freeman stories. And it was like 3 days after that, someone hopped up on Bucs Report and was just talking like the other sides of Josh Freeman that I even was like, oh, I didn't know about that. Oh.
Josh Freeman was a piece of shit.
Josh Freeman was a piece of shit. No, we can say that. No. We can say that on this show. From some of the stuff that I've heard and some of the stuff that I've actually seen on camera and stuff, Josh Freeman was not a good person for our logo. That's for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
No, Josh.
I don't think I've heard most of the stories. I've just heard the innuendo about drugs.
There's a lot more than that.
There is the kids camp story that basically threw me over for it. I was like, yeah, no.
Did
like,
I know
off the air.
you
can tell me that off the air.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry,
I need to hear about that off the air too.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you
Did
guys.
He spike
some kid?
Did he spike some kid with a football like Peyton Manning did on Saturday Night Live?
No.
That was classic shit right there.
That was
nailed that.
Lean more toward Joe Paterno's fraternity.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No. Not Joe Paterno. Not Joe Paterno. No. It's just more like immaturity at its finest, man. Like it was just I couldn't.
Oh, then you haven't heard all of it then.
I hate how the Bucs lose. I hate when they lose too. Fuck Big Ben. I don't think any woman would.
Someone, well, he could make them. He's still big guy.
Yeah. I think he can make them. Segment Productions. That last comment made my head hurt, and I'm ethnic along with you, Steve. Steve, some of us have to speak and spell. Oh, while we're running around, don't have time enough to type. Okay, that's fair.
Okay, that's just a nice way to say I'm drunk. Okay, I get it, David. It's all good.
I didn't know Josh Freeman was having issues. Now I feel bad. No. It's all good. But that joke still hit. No, you're good. Don't ever on this show. You don't ever have to worry about bringing something up where you're like, oh crap, what did I say? Don't worry. If you didn't know about Josh Freeman, just go try to enlighten yourself. There is a Twitter thread that if you type Josh Freeman into Twitter, you might be able to find it. And it's a long story, but there's some stuff in there that you're just like, oh, I'll take Warren Sapp over Josh Freeman for 900. Wow. Thank you.
Contact Chidi Hanatu or a few of those guys and
ask
them about Josh Freeman.
Yeah. Fellas, our weekly AA meeting will be over in 10 minutes.
This guy.
That's pretty good.
I think Troy is just saying he's going to be able to spend more time with us at that point.
Yeah, I am sorry, Troy, that like when we do end this, are you just like, am
I going to have to sing the Carol Burnett outro? The thing about I'm so glad we had this time together.
Hey, Andrew, if you end the show before Troy's meeting is over, he's going to be like, guys.
He's not going to get his little coin or whatever. He's like, no, I need 15 more minutes, please. I laugh at my phone, write something too, because I'm dumb and don't proofread it before I said it. The fact that you got your phone set to say "cuz" like that is insane. Good job.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what. That's cool. You ever notice how people say, "Oh no, I was just doing voice to text"? Really, voice to text instead of writing the word for it, use the number in the middle of a sentence.
If I did voice to text up here in Canada, it would just say hockey. So
there was a good episode of Judge Judy where she was reading the text off of somebody's phone during one of the lawsuits, and she read it and she goes, "You do realize that if you had actually used the word no, you type less than using the word nah."
It's true. No, it's true. It's true. I've seen a lot of these too. Like people are trying to do short. They used what was like 2010 and all that, whatever. They used to do the short forms and stuff. Now all the kids nowadays are doing long versions of short forms, and I'm just like, what? So we're now doing like from cuz, like the CUZ there. Now we're doing B cuz, but they'll go like the letter B and then CUZ and then AU, and I'm just like, I'm done. Tim Witherspoon says, just tell us on the air, Faubert. Problem though, here's the thing. They're from some of the stuff that I could say, just because Bucs Report here is affiliated respectively with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to some degree. If for some reason I were to say something that was not actually true on air, it'd be slander, and I don't need to have the boss come at me again.
I like that qualifier again.
Again.
That's okay, Andrew. I can get rehired.
Yeah. The show would go right back to Rick. Oh damn! You'll take Big Worm over Josh. Wow, and believe me, there's a guy who works at Next Gen Sports who has one of the stories about Warren Sapp that I have been like, oh, that's one of the reasons I don't like him. But then I've just seen him on Twitter and stuff like that too, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, Warren Sapp is also a piece of shit. Yeah. And I will say that on air, too. I don't care how big you are, dude. You literally look like a crackhead now, and you need help.
Whoa.
Sorry, I know he's a Hall of Famer, but seriously, man.
Well, you know where he came from, right?
I know.
I know.
I know.
He came from Apopka.
What was that, Rick?
He came from Apopka, Florida.
Yeah.
I was talking about the school, dude.
No,
I know, but you're just like assuming everybody there is on that white powder.
Hey, Jeremy
Shockey
was. You can't tell me Jeremy Shockey was that white boy did. Never mind.
Well, Michael Irvin got caught. Michael Irvin was a vacuum.
Michael Irvin don't even know it, dude.
Big time.
I love
Michael Irvin was a big time partaker of the white lady.
It's just a vacuum. Shiano and Freeman had a complete war of words. They both were talking bad enough each other and destroyed the locker room. Yep. No, true. I agree with that. AA's for quitters, no quitters on this panel.
That is correct.
Oh, Tim, I love you, man. I love you. And then Zegnev comes in with damn, not again. Yeah. That's my sensei you're talking about. Next Gen Sports Forever.
Oh, dear God.
Next Gen Sports Forever. You can go enjoy. Yeah, that does make sense. You can go enjoy their 3 views per show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in. I actually got to get out of here because I need to still prep for my new job tomorrow. Oh, Kane, the Dallas Cowboy quarterback, is dead.
No. What just happened?
I literally just happened to turn to the side and just
13-13.
Oh, that edge rusher just destroyed. Oh no, he's running off. Okay. Whew. Woo. Let's start off with Steven. Tell everybody where we can find you.
Well, you can find me and Mr. Matt there, who I'm sure he'll tell you as well, on every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern on Miscreant Mayhem. Great show with great cast of characters there, including Matt and Miss Teresa. And as I understand it, Mr. John Superfan will be joining us as well. So we look forward to seeing you Saturday. Probably take that long for me to get over this game. Thanks again for having me, Andrew. Hope you guys have a great night.
Thank you again for tuning in, Steven. And we'll have you again on next time you get to pop in, buddy. Let's go with Mr. Rick Hughes. Tell everybody where we can find you. And also, I'm just going to say congratulations because I think you got me this week.
Yeah, I got you by a couple games.
Yep.
Where you can find me with Waldo or on Wednesday nights with Andrew at what time? 9:00 on Against the Spread. Tuesday nights on Buck AF. If you are Buck as, anyway, Tuesdays at 8:30. We have a good time. But Andrew, I look forward to causing all kinds of shenanigans with you on Wednesday night.
Hells yeah, buddy. I appreciate you coming on, talking Bucks with us, and thank you for doing the post-game show. And again, I will see you on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for letting me abuse your folks.
Not a problem, buddy. Thanks for the abuse. Have a good one.
See ya.
All right. Let's keep the abuse rolling here. Mr. Johnny Dean, tell everybody where we can find you.
Why don't we just get into the running car?
All right, Matt. Here you go, buddy.
Oh, Steven already said it. Saturday night, 9:00. Steven Glasker, me, Matt from OKC, Teresa Baxter, and our new permanent member is John Superfan Blakely from the Superfan stuff that he does. Great addition, and it's a lot of fun. So tune in, 9:00 on Saturday Eastern time, and we'll talk about this game, and everybody can go through a little more therapy at that point. Look forward to the off week.
Hells yeah, buddy. Have yourself a good one. Thank you for being on, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, man.
Later. All right. And now it's just me again. What a great show. Not going to lie. From everybody from Troy Polamalu tuning in, to Tim Witherspoon, to Zegnev Productions, to Christopher Cole, David Mosier, every single person in here who has always been a part of the shows. I appreciate you. I love you. It's a loss. It's a loss. We got a bye coming up here. We got a bye. We're going to take a little rest. We're going to get back to it. We're going to be fine. Okay? Next weekend, I'll be here. I will do a show, and we'll probably just have a little bit of fun. We'll go over the season. We'll maybe have some games and just some fun stuff going on. Might put up a little status just to see what everybody wants to do. But, yeah, thank you all. I love doing this show, even when it gets out of the, the craziness that we got here. And we got all the weird fans in the comment sections. It's always a great time. I appreciate the platform. I appreciate the fans, all of you. Like I said, there's really nothing too much else to say besides like and share Bucs Report for more Buccaneers content. Like and follow North Sports Dynasty. We're here pretty soon. Got some stuff coming up. I'll tell you a little bit more here in the next couple of weeks, maybe a month or so too. But North Sports Dynasty for all your fantasy football and off-season stuff going on where we do our mock drafts and we have the big dynasty corner, everything like that going on. You can find me also on Tuesdays for the quick little Thursday update and this week's fantasy football update going on. Saturday's show. Find me here on Wednesdays. Find me here on Sundays. I'm all over the place. They got the crazy Canadian. I love it. I'll be here forever. Thank you all again for tuning in. It's been a blast. And we'll get some more stuff going on next weekend. Your Bucs lost. It happens. But we're still 6-2. Leading our division for at least another week. Nothing to worry about. It's the way it is. So enjoy the bye. We'll get healthy. We'll get by. That's what buys are for. 6-2. Loss to the Saints don't mean nothing. Love you all. Have a great one. Take care now. Bye-bye then. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. Go Bucs, as Rick Hughes would say. And let's go get the dubs of the rest of the season. Have a good one. Peace.
T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.